So then the question arises from the Bhagavad Gita. Krishna deals with this very clearly. For example, you have a right to execute your duty, but you have no right to demand any particular result from it. You should have your... Oh, now you come. Put this on top.
Mejor así, ¿no? Esa silla se ve bonita así sola, ¿no?
¿Qué?
La silla así está bien, ¿no?
Sí, no. Hare Krishna.
Teacher!
Good morning.
Our fearless guy.
Oh! So, Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pastaya Bhutale Simate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pacharine Nirvishesha Shunyavati Paskatyadi Shatarine. Sí, por eso. Déjalos detrás para mayores. So, before we start thinking about our karma yoga service, before we think about that, we should tome este cosa y pone el líquido a las plantas. We have to think about the service which is done by Mother Nature, because that is the most amazing thing. If we look how Mother Earth is doing service, it's just how she serves each and everyone with everything. How we can even paraphrase what Mother Earth is doing continuously. And she has established a tradition of service. Nobody can live without performing service. So therefore karma yoga is a very good question. What is really karma yoga? It is something which has to come out of your heart with full love. Like when Berito opens his arms, he goes. You have seen Berito when he goes into the mood of embracing the world. It's like some extraordinary feature. So loving service, no, because karma means also work. So anybody who does any work is not a karma yogi. It's not that you. So therefore the question, what's yoga? What's karma yoga? It is something, it is selfless, but it is executed with a true spirit of wanting to give, wanting to please, and therefore karma yoga, Srila Prabhupada called it action in Krishna consciousness. If you really act in Krishna consciousness, then everything you do becomes karma yoga. Because you cook, karma yoga. You bring the firewood, karma yoga. You go to the land and you're planting, this is karma yoga. You organize a nice Vaishnava festival, there's so much karma yoga involved. You can see how much arrangement has been done here in this yoga festival. You see very amazing, many volunteers, they're all doing karma yoga. Yoga is not only on the mat, sitting and having postures. It's karma yoga which puts you in connection with the divine if you're focused to the divine. Like some people are focused to the Ganga and they just see water. And some people, they think, oh, nice place to throw my garbage. Because then the water is going to take the garbage out of my sight. Like nobody likes to keep his garbage like in front of his desk or on his dinner table, no? The heap of garbage, just have a little space for your plate, no? No. You always want to get your garbage out of sight, no? So the river is so perfect, no? Destroy it and whoops, it's gone, huh? This is really like the best example of foolishness you can imagine, and also the best example of selfishness, because it's gone from me. There was a German writer. He was the one who invented comics. His name was Wilhelm Busch. He was a very smart guy. So he made one story where one man, he was always seeing how others are suffering. So he was saying, hey, that's good. It's not for me, the suffering. So he was always like thinking, if others suffers, that's okay. But if I suffer, no, I don't want to suffer. So in this way, that's what you do when you throw something in the river. Or if you burn, for example, if you burn plastic, now I'm rid of the plastic, but the dioxide goes up and goes down somewhere and poisons something. So what? Or this is like we are so ignorant or so foolish or so mean that we are not looking after the secondary effect of our attitude, of what we are doing. We are not looking, and that is what we are trying. That's why we need karma yoga. Karma yoga means responsibility, my friend. You have to take responsibility. How can you live in a society anywhere where people throw the garbage in the river? Immediately you have to scream in loving protest. Stop it, my friends. Are you really that selfish? Do you really want to stop? Like I was doing my anik in the Ganga this morning. So as I was there chanting the mantra, then all of a sudden a plastic bag, a poly bag wrapped around my feet. So I was thinking, somebody up there didn't think that somebody's going to speak his Gayatri here. So is really ignorant or mean, foolish, sad. What makes a person in this world do things which obviously harm others? How is it possible? Why are we so vikarmically contaminated? Vikarma means it's an action which is going to bring a negative reaction. A negative reaction for others and a negative reaction for you as well. So vikarma is definitely not what we are looking for. We are looking for karma yoga. Yoga is such a vast word. Connection, uniting, bringing together in the spirit of love. Because yoga is coming from Yogeshvara. And Yogeshvara is, Patanjali explains, Yogeshvara is the Lord of all yogis. Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, Yoginam api sarvesham matkatenantaratmana Shradavan bhajate yomang yome bhaktatamomata. That the highest of all yogis is the one who is focusing on me with love. This offering yourself with love to Yogeshwara, that is really the principal, most wonderful direction of consciousness. Because you have to understand one thing. What is karma yoga? Karma yoga is thinking and feeling. Yes, you are having physical actions. I'm cutting sabji, I'm doing this, I'm arranging. But that's not the yoga. The karma yoga is what you think while you act and what do you feel. What's your feeling in that activity? Like bhava bhakti is the feeling of bhakti. So the bhava karma yoga, what is the bhav? In what sense, in what feeling you're doing something? Like when we have the different rasas, we have different feelings. Friendship, there's servitor, you're making service, you want to please your master, or you want to take care of your little child. Oh, my little child should be very comfortable. Vatsalya rasa. Or the lover is making any effort for his beloved. Like wife is cooking at home. Oh, my husband is working hard outside. He's going through so much struggle. Let me cook something very delicious for him. He likes stuffed parathas, so let me make that stuffed paratha and let it keep nice hot. Then when he comes, there's many ways you can do things. With love, without love. The quality depends on the consciousness, right? So if you're really careful, really loving, really selfless, really sacrificing yourself for the other person, then it's the intensity of karma yoga. In other words, karma yoga has many, many, many degrees in accordance of what you think and what you feel, and of course also what you do. Like some people, they say, okay, I'll do some seva. And then they do it like real fast and real lousy. And then they say, I've done it, it's done. And then you go and say, but look, this is not really done. It's half done. How you think that? And then he becomes remorse. Oh, sorry, I'm sorry you caught me that I made this service not so nicely, no? So, karma yoga means first class service, means you try your very, very best. Karma yoga means excellence. Like whoever made this Hanuman, wow, he made the karma yoga. An artistic karma yoga. My God. The designer, the handicrafts, the painters, everything. First class. So when you see, wow, this is so well done that after you see it, I want to meet that person who has made this Hanuman. If this Hanuman was in his heart and his mind when he was doing that, how much love he must have inside. So this is no. What is hot water? Okay, put it here. So, karma yoga is a connection with the divine. You want to be next to the divine? Then work for the divine. Offer your service to the divine. Karma yoga is... Sit down, please, all of you.
Chai.
Is chai? Why you bring chai? Oh, silly. No, just sit down. There was karma yoga, the mixed way. Lovingly bringing chai. Devotees don't drink chai. Thank you, Amika. Hare Krishna. So, in the Bhagavad Gita is a lot of karma yoga talk, because even Arjuna is questioning, will I do, will I not do, what will I do, I don't want to do, and Krishna says you have to do, are you so foolish to neglect your duty? So karma is very, very important, and it's always present in our world. So that is why the spiritual master, he always thinks about how to engage his disciples in karma yoga, in loving connection. So he has to inspire. We have to be inspired. Without inspiration, we cannot do anything wonderfully spiritually. So somebody should go there and tell us when Maharaj is coming. Yeah, just to be there right on the entrance, so we know that when he's coming. So the enthusiasm to do service for the Divine Lord, that is very, very, very valuable. This enthusiasm is the gift from the Supreme Lord himself, because enthusiasm for service, that is coming from faith, this is coming from Shraddha. Therefore in Oida therapy we identify very carefully that how, when and where something arises in us which connects us with the divine, which gives us hope, like the prayer in the Temascal. They are full of faith, they're full of hope to connect. In the prayer, in the feeling, in the thinking, it is very much, it is the basis, the consciousness which brings you to want to be connected. And this connection in karma yoga is actually the qualification. This is how you start your spiritual process, because you want to connect, you want to be with the Lord, you want to see the Lord, you want, like this one song, I am missing you, oh Krishna, where are you? This was one song George Harrison wrote. Please come and be with me. I'm feeling very sad, I'm crying because you're not present. So this, I am missing you, oh Krishna, where are you? So now we are very happy because we are receiving one of my god brothers and beloved devotees of Srila Prabhupada, His Divine Grace, Srila Radhanath Swami. He is now gracing us this morning. What, you got lost and he got lost? Oh, he went to Ganga first. So, so if you're missing somebody, that is you're longing to please somebody, then you will do everything possible to be in connection with that person. So the karma yoga, Jai Srila Prabhupada, Patita Pavana, Krishna, Jai Sri Hanuman. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nitai Goranga, Nitai Goranga, Gaura Hari. Jai Ho, Radhanath Swami Ji Ki Jai. Dandavats. Hari Hari Bol, Jai. Nitai, Nitai. Please, Maharaj. Bank of the Ganga. We're very happy to receive your association. So our subject this morning we are discussing is Karma Yoga. How we can connect with Krishna. And I just said that the action in Krishna consciousness is Karma Yoga, according to Prabhupada's Bhagavad Gita. He had put like that. But the Karma Yoga is what you think and what you feel while you acting. It's all depending on that inner quality. So I would request you to humbly give us some more deep understanding. The people are here from many countries. Our grandfathers, they have not gotten up yet. Sadhu Sangha, Sadhu Sangha, Sadhu Sangha, Sadhu Sangha, Lava Matra, Sadhu Sangha, Salva Sikha. Keep it quite closed. Om Akyantimidandasya Jnananjana Chalakaya Chakshurunjidham Jena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Asjatide Shatarine Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patithanam avanibhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasati Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Grateful to be with you in the presence of dear God brother Maharaj on the banks of Mother Ganga in the Himalayas. I can only stay a few minutes, but on your request I will speak something on the inner spirit of karma or bhakti yoga. I'll speak from one particular verse from Sri Bhagavad Gita, which very much gives us a window into the spirit of seva. Bhoktaram yagyatapasam sarva lokamaheshwaram
Suhridam sarva bhutanam gyatva mam shanti mrichyati. In order to experience true and lasting peace in a world that's ever changing and uncertain, where we can't hold on to anything, it's described that there's 3 types of miseries in this world that can be afflicted upon anybody at any time. There's Adibautik, Adidaivak, Adiatmak. Miseries caused by one's own body and mind, miseries caused by other people or living entities, and miseries caused by natural disturbances. And Paraduka Dukkha, that in this world everything's dualities: pleasure, pain, honor, dishonor, happiness, distress, success, failure, victory, defeat. Everything's changing. So how in this situation can we have lasting peace? Krishna gives a formula. Bhoktaram jagatapasam sarva lokamaheshwaram suhridam sarva bhutanam gyatva mam shanti mrichyati. To live in this spirit that everything is the property of the Supreme, or of God, of Krishna. Aham sarvasya prabhava mata sarvam pravartate. It is that Supreme Being that's the creator of all that exists. And what can we really call our own? Proprietorship means control. By the power of time, everything sooner or later is going to be taken away from us. So really, what is ours? One time, a devotee approached my beloved Guru, Srila Prabhupada, and wanted to impress his Guru. He said, Guru Maharaj, I want to renounce everything. And he said it with some pride. Prabhupada looked at him very dispassionately and said, everything belongs to Krishna. What do you have to renounce? And the person was silent. And then Prabhupada said, what do you have to renounce if everything already belongs to God? And he didn't know what to say. And then Prabhupada answered the question. He said, the only thing you have to renounce is the misconception that you have something to renounce. This idea of ahankar is janasya moho yam hom mamiti. That I am this body, I am all the designations of this particular body, and whatever is in relation to me is mine. This is ahankar, this is the false ego. And it's only due to this ego, the root cause of all the sufferings and complications of this world. To have a simple heart is to understand, I'm not this body. I'm the living force within this body. I'm a child of the Supreme. And everything belongs to the Supreme. So what is mine? Bhoktaram jagatapasam is the concept of yoga from the perspective of karma or bhakti. It means whatever we do, yat karoshi rashnasi yajtu hosidadasya, whatever we do, whatever we think should be in harmony with our relationship with the Supreme. That is seva. To live in a spirit of service. So if all the things of this world is the property of God, then what about all the living beings, the people? Suhrita sarva bhutanam. Krishna says that every living being is his child. To see everyone as a part of God, every living being without equally as a child of God, as a part of God. So then, We do not serve with selfishness. We do not serve with arrogance. There's no envy. There's no greed. Why? Because we're willing to live in this world with great enthusiasm for a higher purpose. If we're a student, we study so that whatever we learn, we could utilize for the well-being of others in the service of God. If we're earning money, we earn money with integrity. And we could be very enthusiastic and determined because we have such a high purpose. It's not about me being selfish and accumulating, because there's no happiness in that. But it's an opportunity to render seva to Krishna by helping others with what I have. If we're developing skills or abilities, we're very, very enthusiastic and very much careful to learn those skills the best we can. Why? Because they'll be used in a spirit of compassion as an instrument of God's grace in this world. So karma yoga, bhakti, is not to be complacent or lazy in the name of renunciation. Real renunciation is we have more determination because we have a higher purpose. A mother who has a little baby is not thinking about her own ego. She's thinking about her baby. But she'll be up all day and all night to help that child if she needs it, because there's love. There's no greater, more powerful force in this world than love, which is expressed through compassion. So the degree we actually attain self-realization, when we understand that I am that eternal spark, that part of Krishna, that part of the Supreme Beloved, and to the degree the inherent natural love that's within our heart awakens, then we live in a spirit of seva, of service for the pleasure of God and what gives pleasure to God, the well-being of all living beings, the well-being of the environment, the well-being of all species, the well-being of people. And sadhana, we chant the names of God, we perform our yogic practices in this spirit of hearing and chanting to connect with that love and that compassion, and then we live in the spirit of that love and compassion. And then not only do we experience that deep eternal peace that's within ourselves, but we can be instruments of that peace. Whatever we do, whoever we're with, and wherever we are. Thank you very much.
Maharaj, we just come from the Kiva Kumbh Mela, and we, as you are here, a witness to this development of what we call the United Nations of the Spirit. We like to honor your presence with giving you the symbol of the Kiva Kumbh Mela, which is this Surya Deva to enlighten us. Yes, you can put to Maharaj, and also the scarf, the prayer scarf. Yes. So there's a few efforts connected to the United Nations of the Spirit. One of it is the University of Ancient Wisdom to rescue all the great values. And here, one of our grandfathers is coming from the Muisca tradition. He's just, and his wife there, just arrived to greet you. And so at least I think we're going to join you also in your program. I've seen that some of our grandfathers, mothers have been put on the list to be with you on your program. I just saw this last night. Did you see it? You didn't see? There's a 1.5 hour talk, half an hour the Swami has, then you, and then there will be some prayers from our, so there'll be an increased contact there. What has been developed in this Kiva Kumbh Mela was the intense feeling of unity despite all the different traditions which God has given to the world, to pray to Him, to search for Him, and that the one and foremost need of a protected environment and Mother Nature has been so amazingly neglected by the human beings these days, that only a true spirituality can awaken the awareness, the responsibility. It's not a question of rationally realizing how detrimental the future is if we just go on logically the wrong way, and then we want to make some adjustments like governments used to do when the United Nations meet. They just come up with some data and then they get all upset and create some new laws which they never follow because they would have to change their lifestyle. So, and because they have no higher taste, they have no presence of what we call spiritual understanding, and like you were talking about, that intense feeling of compassion towards or submission to the divine arrangement. So we are welcoming you to become an ambassador of the United Nations of the Spirit as well. You know, that has been, you got this booklet. I can give you another one if you like. There it says that whoever accepts these principles, which, can you give to those principles of the United Nations of the Spirit, they are, from our Vaishnava philosophy point of view, they are just basics. They are already included in what we learned is right way of action, and like that. And then there has been another declaration which is not in that journal yet. That declaration came from the Kiva Kumbh Mela in Prayagraj. As for 4 days we had joint prayers and a very, very nice program. It's called the Temple in the Heart of Mother Earth, which is a Hopi tradition, actually comes from the United States territory. Hopi Lakota, they started this Kiva prayer, and it has now spread all over the world, practically speaking, and reached India in the Kumbh Mela. So you are also West and East combined. So you can understand, you can appreciate these things, since our spiritual master has given the concern for divine unity, for an improved quality of life, and for hopefully reaching out to the destiny of what our soul is potentially destined for, the world of love. And on the way to love, only love can carry us. That is what we have heard from our great spiritual masters, that the loving service is the entry to reach the world of love. So you want to leave us already, or can give us some more nectar? You must leave. Well, thank you so much for coming and gracing us this morning. Srila Radhanath Maharaj ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, United Nations of the Spirit ki jai, Gangama ki jai, Jai Ho. later, Maharaj. Radhanath Maharaj has a great responsibility traveling around the world and looking after so many devotees and so many of Srila Prabhupada's projects. So it's to get from him 10 minutes is like a great privilege. So our karma yoga, Bhaktaram Yagyatapasam Sarvalokamarishvaram Suridam Sarvabhutanam Yadvamam Shantim Richati. So Spanish translation is in the back. How much more time we have? It's 8 o'clock, so almost our time is over. Now it's time for breakfast. Is there any question? Jai Radhe, Jai Radhe, Jai Radhe, Jai Radhe, Jai Ganga, Jai Ganga, Jai Ganga, Jai Ganga, Ganga Ma Ki Jai, Nitai Gaura Premanandi Hari Bol. So the second chapter of our morning meditation, Karma Yoga,